Even till this day, if I get on stage, no one can kill me on the mic. There, I guarantee you. I can go head to head with all of it. I can even do a pass a mic. With or without you, life goes on. When I get into a relationship, there's always stories. Okay, that I've been called every name in the book. A liar, a cheater,
and
a womanizer.
How does your family feel about the space that you work
At first, they didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Until I started bringing in some little bit of money and a lot of money.
That's a universal language.
Exactly.
And welcome to another episode of Dine and Dialogue. I'm your host, Lerato, Molefe, and of course today I have a different guest and a different venue. Where we're at right now is a place that once upon a time, I don't know if that's still the case, but once upon a time it was the place to be. Okay, if you're in Mbombela, if you're from around Mbombela, sometimes even if you come into Mbombela for a night of fun, you definitely want to go to Cayotes Shisanyama. The meat, oh my goodness, I don't know if it's still the case, haven't been here for a minute, but if you are somebody that frequented this place, you probably know who I have as my guest, the Godfather. I just said that, I'm not saying that's the case. He is, I want to read his bio on Facebook, okay? He's a content generator, an MC, a brand influencer, radio personality, a promoter, a digital marketing artist, okay? There's one that kind of like, oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have King Harris next to me. How are you doing?
I'm good, Lerato. How are you?
Hi, Bo. What's the energy? You know, I once heard people on Facebook say that the energy that you give when you're out there doing your thing is not the same as when the person is sitting across from the table. And I'm starting to feel that that's actually the case.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah?
I'm kind of shy at first.
Oh my gosh. How does that even work?
It's because, you know, when I'm on stage, I gotta connect on a different level with the crowd. It's just like when I go out sometimes, even if I'm not feeling good, you can't tell if I'm good or okay. Because people, when you go out there as an MC, whatever problems I have at home, I was leaving there. But when you meet me on an ordinary day like this, this is what you're gonna get.
Okay, we met him at an ordinary day, but still, it's not too bad. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to get a good conversation out of him, as we're going to get a good meal out of him, I hope. What's the reason that we're sitting here today? Why are we here? Why Cayotes Shisanyama?
Because I believe this is where the hype started, where everything came
where the
from.
Brand started.
Not really. The brand has been there, but it kind of enhanced the brand because everywhere I go, even till this day, I'm still looking for Coyotes. You know, I go to ordinary shopping, you know, they do the things, Coyotes, so I carry it with me everywhere I go.
There was once a time where I really didn't know who you are. I just knew you from, you know, the socials and, you know, how every Monday everyone would be talking about, oh my goodness, he kept me up. I had a plan to go home at about 12, but I ended up leaving and then there's work. You know, and I was like, this guy is so annoying. I don't understand why people like him so much. And then I finally met you. And when I met you, it was at I think it was at a professional kind of setup.
We were working together.
Yeah, and it was different. But also I kind of felt like, oh, okay, he's actually a cool guy. He's actually a cool guy. I'm just gonna put it out there.
So they say, yeah.
No, you're a cool guy. You're a cool guy, Shem. Yeah, your aura is your aura is good. It's not the way that you are when you do your MC thing. I prefer.
I'm in the zone. I'll be in the zone.
You know, I prefer you when you're out of the zone.
No, because I love shots, so I take a lot of shots to keep that energy.
Oh, you take shots.
I love shots.
You get yourself in the.
Yeah, but they mess me up.
Good. I mean, they gave us some never drinking again Mondays. You know, everyone. Yeah.
Every other Monday.
Yeah. I see a few people do that now. You know, there's a few people that I know that have your never drinking again Mondays. And this is where they originated.
Yes, you must know.
Yes. Did you have like a girlfriend, or did you leave with many? Were you like a womanizer? Are you? Random question. Random.
Funny enough, I'm a laugher, man, and I laugh loud when I'm in a relationship.
Shame. And you know what, ne? I can attest to that. I think you're a loud lover as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I get into a relationship,
we're gonna know about it.
No, not
Wow. There's few instances that I've seen. That okay. All right, it's all right.
Think I was fun.
You were big. I mean, you still are, but you're not really in people's faces like you were before. Yeah. So I believe that Bune Bandu that never really got the story as to why you left them hanging. Because you left people hanging.
A lot,
you know, and Siak Judge Hashem. I'm just gonna say it. Siak Judge.
I think not that I left people hanging. I wanted change of scenario.
No, but you didn't update anyone about that.
I can't update everyone with all my moves. But
isn't it that's your duty as you were a people's person? I mean, that's what you signed up for when you wanted to be a people's person. So you're scholar to tell us, "Hey guys, you know, these are the plans. This is how the brand is moving right now." I mean, you have loyal followers.
I'd like to believe so.
Yeah, you do. No, you do.
I'll be more than glad to answer any question that you have today. And it's gonna please mind that, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be the one and last interview I do when we speak about
exclusive this side. This is how we do it. Dine and Dialogue. Remember the name, and also know that you're gonna get the exclusive interviews happening. How did you get into the MC space?
I remember this other time, I think it was 2017, we were in Capello. I think it was Delana's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. There's a friend of mine staying, he used to manage Ricky. He's from the same neighborhood I'm from.
Okay.
So we started taking the mic and chanting. I was still a photographer then, you know. And I think I wanted, seeing him doing it like that, I was like, you know, man, I can do this. You know, for me as a creative, I've seen I saw beyond what people will see.
Yeah.
Only to find because I have the voice and the energy there. Yeah. Because you'd find I was still a photographer, so sometimes I would leave my camera hanging around and focusing on the mic. So I used to carry a cable like this, a cord on the microphone wherever I go. So I'm gonna give me a chance. Let's do it. And people started responding and loving it. I think that was the beginning of a new era.
And you came up with one of the craziest lines. I think you came up with the trend. Okay, because we are on camera, since we're not feeling like camera shame. I'm gonna put you on the spotlight.
This is one of our kind waiters.
Are you good? Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, she said, listen, a TV. So trying to respect that. Amen to the drink.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, you're still telling me about you getting into the emceeing space. And I was saying that you're probably the first person around Nelspruit that started cussing at people and people.
No, actually, the people who started it, sorry to cut you, it was me and the
Yeah. No, I say around Nelspruit because in outside Nelspruit. So I do know him with the cussing. But it was you.
Yeah, it was me.
And people loved it.
I carried the whole province.
Imagine I was like, I never understood that concept. Like,
West part mfundisi so
how did you come up with the lines that you've used? Because there's people that followed after you, and
plenty.
Yeah, they still use some of those lines.
I think me in I have this, I think on my bio it says Stifler. So I've been a life of the party from high school. I remember this other time in high school, there was a career day. I was still in Sharma then. It was a career day, so we're supposed to come dressed as whatever you aspire to be after high school or after university and all that. I didn't have, and we were laughing about it with my then principal the other day. We met at Cayotes Lounge. So it was a career day. People came dressed as policemen, nurses, doctors, whatever they aspired to be. And guess what? I rocked out. I had the lotion culture dara, the overall.
Yeah.
So I had to create a mask and get a crutch and come there as in Zegezege. So I think this is what I've always aspired to be.
You've always been
I've
a
always,
creator.
yeah, because even the lines that I do on stage is what we do on the parties.
Yeah.
I host parties. I used to host massive house parties.
Okay.
Those who know, they know. 'Cause it goes down. When
Yeah.
Harris throws a party, just like the Harris effect. When Harris throws a party, it goes down. So the things I say on the mic, it's genuinely the life we live. And abochira banescope bamnandi
Bave.
siyaxoxa ngayo ezimajita. We discuss it as
Who's
much.
that girl? Who's the girl that
There's
inspired?
quite a number of them.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
I can't really go into detail with Bani, but there's quite a
I
number.
thought maybe there was that one, like Kaliso Walihle, you know, Bali or whatever.
There is actually that one. There
Wait.
is, but I can't say it.
Okay, shout out to the girl. No matter bangakalisho igama
She
lakho.
was from Polokwane, but she stayed this side. We had to this side. We met Konala, the old Shisanyama, like slightly.
Okay. Yeah, it goes down. Okay. Yeah. Or does it still go down the way it used to?
Unfortunately, I think the mistake was when we renovated. I think people who still wanted that gassy, good feeling in
Vibe,
town. You know? So the renovations, ever since they happened, I think maybe changed that aura about the place a lot. But the meat is still the same. But
Yeah.
now, you know, people, especially now, even Emakas, we had people coming from Komazi, Papaton, Bofuna, whatever, Harris, or that gassy feeling on Sunday. We had Sundays, yeah. But I think we got too relaxed and we killed that vibe. And then as Emakasi going on, every place now they look the same. Yeah, well, and also opening Coyotes Lounge in 2019, 18 if I'm not mistaken, 17, somewhere there. So, you know, people moved with that, and maybe somehow we shot ourselves in the foot by opening. It's like you're competing with yourself. So, Aksafan, and also now I'm leaving Coyotes, and the people hanging. Apparently, they say the vibe wasn't the same anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I'm back.
Right. Talking about you leaving Cayotes, we were talking earlier on, and Jayla could see there was actually a point in time when you moved. I didn't know about that. I think I'm not the only one. So you uprooted at some point.
It's just like my accident. I can't answer everyone one by one.
Yeah.
And I think we can just settle it right here.
Well, wait. Now, people that get to a certain level do press media press type of thing, you know, and address everyone that follows you, you know.
Presidential.
Yes, and let them know, you know.
So it happened in 2022. A good friend of mine, Makosi, when we opened Trends, I sat down with Mr. Chi, the boss, the owner of the Cayotes brand. Yeah, well, I sat down with him. I'm not leaving, but I would like to be working with Trends.
Okay.
Because Makosi is a good friend of mine. We come song in Komazi, so I move a song at this side.
Yeah.
So also at that time, I've had an opportunity to present myself in Joburg, is what I was doing, and also I wanted to grow the brand.
Okay.
That side. And I think that decision I made, some can say it was the end of my career, or it was
okay, forget about what people say. What do you say? How do you feel about that decision, sitting where you're sitting now, having gone through everything that you went through? How was that decision? Was it a good one? Was it a bad one?
When we had the conversation with him, the agreement was like he also wants to see me grow.
Yeah.
So he's gonna let me do that. Only to find, you know, when you work in an environment, there's always
yeah.
Sometimes you might tell yourself, but the people that you work with around you, they want to see you succeed. And also only to find some of the people that I actually work with, they wanted to get rid of me also in the campaign. So when everything happened, it's like, even with the accident, it's like people turned against me. You know, okay, I moved, because when I moved to Joburg, I was good. I got a opportunity to do exactly the same thing I was doing here in Nelspruit at Suit Restaurant in Vilagazi Street in Soweto. So you understand, I'm in Vilagazi Street. I'm doing events there. You understand? So everything of mine was, I had a Nostra deal, you know, and a lot of things were coming about good for me until the accident happened. So when the accident happened, I think with the rumor that had, because the rumor was I got the accident because I was trying to commit suicide because we were fighting with my girl, my then girl that I was dating at the time, which it wasn't true. And you know, when you were suicidal, thought the old man, like me, people start turning against you. It's like, why would you want to do something so stupid? You understand? And then I think with that rumor happening and me coming back, because I was angry, man. When I came back, was it June last year? I would come back from time to time and still trying to do what you do. But you know, when people getting away from you, like some sort of rash, they don't want to do anything with you. Yeah. It was based on the rumors that they had. And nobody had the guts to ask me exactly what happened. Even when I was in hospital, I can tell you a few people that came or that reached out to me to check what's up, what really happened.
Okay, since we're doing exclusive, can we set the record straight? What happened? What happened?
It was a car accident.
What brought about the car accident?
I was coming from work. I was coming from Suit. It was a Sunday because on that day, even me and Madam were good. We were good, man. We cooked, we chilled. And later on was time for me. But the way things happened later on, because we started arguing over the phone when I was in Soweto. So usually I had to come back earlier home. I really can't recall the events that really took over that very, because it was 22 January when it happened. We were coming from Cape Town. We were coming from a vacation. So we were really not in our best of, she is what she was. You know, when something becomes toxic, you get a high from it, especially when you love someone.
Okay.
So we were good, and even the love making on that day, man, I really can't recall the events when the argument started over the phone. So I had to rush home from Soweto. It was a bolt, so we just hit a bed off ram. And yeah, that was it. And it was my leg.
You're not trying to commit suicide? Or...
No. I would never. I have a daughter who's turning 13 years old, and I wouldn't want to leave her hanging.
All right, we're not going to dwell too much on that. You know, the accident happened, you recovered, we thank God for life.
I'm recovering nice.
Yeah.
At least I wasn't amputated because they wanted to. So
it must have been the most scariest thing.
Yeah, kind of. That's why. But you know, in life, there's nothing you can't come back from.
Yeah.
I've learned that. In life, there's nothing you can't come back from. You just gotta stay your ground, do what you gotta do. And the thing is now, I know who are for me and who is not for me. So that's why I don't entertain a lot of things.
It was a blessing in disguise.
It was actually. Because I was all over the place. I was everywhere. And some of the people that you surround yourself with, they don't wish best for you.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Now, Gule field loguyo, you kind of really have to rub shoulders with almost everyone that's in the same fraternity. How do you pick and choose? Jongoba Oshuguti, sometimes, you know, you think people are on the same boat. People are looking at you in a certain way. You know, people are seeing you as a threat.
It's beneficial. Some as a threat. Some what they stand to benefit.
Yeah. So how do you pick and choose? How do you know? Would say, okay, this is a network worth.
That's what I'm saying. After the accident, that's when I got to know, because you know, the minute you no longer use food to certain people, that's when you even figure out the way they treat you, the way you. Because a lot happened, man. But like we said, we're not dwelling on that. But then now, I get to pick and choose because I just don't entertain everything and everyone.
Yeah.
Or now I know, because some people used to use me so they can benefit, get projects, get funding, get whatever, because of the energy that I have.
And your brand.
The brand that whatever it possesses, you know, obviously if I put Harris on an event, obviously you need. Or if I work on this project with Harris, obviously people will draw attention to it. Or if Harris moves with this, you know, it was like that. You know, but then now I just don't entertain anything. Now before I couldn't say no. Now when you pick up, I don't even pick up my call. I'm very terrible with my phone now. Because it's toxic.
So, but Agu Glimat, doesn't that hurt your brand?
Doesn't even bother me anymore.
Yeah?
Because now at least there's limits in the brand.
Okay.
You understand? Because I'm on a verge of rebranding and creating the brand again.
Okay.
As a marketing guru and those things, and the podcast and all those things. So in such things, to prosper and to go forward, you mustn't be everywhere, all over the space. That's why even certain events, you know, I look at Because before I would take anything,
you'd be everywhere.
So it doesn't matter now, because you're stressed out. You work from hand to mouth. Even yeah. So now I'm able to know what works for me and what works for my brand, and what I need to align my brand with.
Okay, you're talking about rebranding, and because we had a little chat earlier on, I asked you, Uti, do you feel like you've changed or you've grown?
I've grown.
You've grown.
Just before on social media, I would address anything and everything.
Yeah.
No, I just let things slide.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I would see what's happening, artists complaining about this and that. You know, because I used to be an emotional sheep nigga.
Yeah.
You know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Whatever, even if you piss me off or whoever, I'd quickly run on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I got hurt on social media. There was a time where I was in a relationship. That heartbreak, I changed my name to Seth Harris. So you understand I was that guy. But I think now it's the growth, man. Because I've had time to go back home, which wasn't very pleasant. You know, once you come back home, people will start talking a lot of things.
Going back home, like back home?
Ngomas, yes.
Yeah.
Back home.
So was that for recovery or?
It was both for recovery and finding myself again.
Yeah.
And plotting and planning.
And it's all recovery, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yes. But I needed to plan a strategy. Because what if I wasn't going to heal the leg? So I needed to come up with a new plan.
Yeah.
Because now I can't do these dances on stage or whatever.
Oh, so you dance as well?
My job is to make people dance. But but I went back home. So going back home, a lot of things happened. You know, because people thought maybe whatever, which is my mom could see. I almost suffered real depression, but my mom could see, and you know, she was.
What was the silver lining between you and the depression? Because you said you almost suffered. So, yin to say, no, I'm not going down that road. Like
I had to be strong because I've went through a lot of things in my life, in my face before. Imagine, we're coming from COVID, man. You know, 2020, and we survived that. So if I could survive that, I can beat this. And I got closer to. I had a spiritual father, my pastor.
Yeah.
You know, he will come, we talk. He advises me on a lot of things. My mom was always there, you know. My little sister, the one who comes after me. Because at some point I had to move to her place and get away from home, because she was like, you know what, stay away, because now you want to go out and do these things, come here. So I had time out of the space completely. But to plan, you know, and get closer to knowing God. And the complete life I didn't even live, man. I didn't, you know, getting to know family, what family, how to value family, you know, spend time with my daughter. Because seeing my daughter every day in that position, I knew it frustrated her. So I had to be her strength, because she was mine, and I'm glad for to possess such power.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm grateful for family, man.
Right. Now, what was your overall takeaway from that situation? Just in closing, what was your overall takeaway from that situation and what you went through, the emotions, the seasons? You know, because I believe it came with different seasons, essentially. Yeah. So, what was your overall takeaway from that?
Is that in life, with or without you, life goes on.
Yeah.
Life move on. There was a point in time where I was away from social media for like 3 months, with no phone, no social media. I wanted to.
Yeah.
That was my therapy, because I've seen now all these MCs are taking the gigs, they're doing their things. Everything that I used to do is like, fuck Harris, man. We can do this thing. Coyotes is moving on without me. Their friends, their gigs, they're removing me now from posters. I'm no longer a host.
Yeah.
You know, the guys in Joburg that I moved, like, you know, you'd say, you go out and you find someone saying, hey, remember, I used to be the king of Nelspruit. You know how hurtful that is.
But you did. I mean, you were. I know, but that's the truth. Like, you were.
But,
like, you ran the streets.
By sure, in a way, it was back there. I was born and I was singing. I understand. In a way.
Oh. Not to say people understood.
And that's painful. You know, the only thing that I could think of, because the comeback has to be special, was how
you were going to come back.
Get back to that thing. So, unfortunately, luckily, I don't know if it was luck or something, early this year, a friend of mine had an event called me. I don't know how he found me, where I was. Because I wanted to get away from everything. Like, I wasn't bothered. Like I left no trade, and then people started noticing, "Hi, man, something is wrong. Where is this guy?" They tried to reaching out to my family. He goes, "Where is this guy?" Because we probably thought, "Because now this nigga really committed suicide." And it wasn't like that. It was me and my healing space. So this guy calls me. He's like, "I'm like, how do you find me?" He's like, "Hey, I seriously need you." You know? And also then a friend of mine, Begs, was like, "Donna, you need to come back to the game." We tried doing that, but it was very toxic. I was fasting that time. So when he got hold of me, he's like, "I said, I got this project working on. Can you come back to Nelspruit?" I'm like, "Hey, dog, I don't even have money for transport." He's like, "Send me your account number, send you come to Nelspruit." I think that was me coming back to the game.
Okay, so it literally got to a point where like you didn't have money. Like you used all your funds
You know,
through this whole process.
Yeah, because I also remember I was coming from a relationship.
Yeah.
From Joburg,
Yeah.
moving up and down, all these things. I had to let go of a lot of things. So there was no form of source of income coming through.
Yeah.
I had to rely on my family for everything, you know. Even my digital business, marketing business, okay, I was making money because I was doing marketing for certain companies.
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough. It wasn't all the time. Even with the contracts I have, some were terminated because I wasn't in the space anymore.
Yeah.
You know? But then, it got to that point. It was like, hey, you gotta get back to work.
Yeah, all right. Let's move along because we're not having a sorrowful. You know, I brought you. Yeah, it's positive vibes, and I brought you here because I just wanted to touch base because I feel like there's a lot of people that really want to know where you're at, your headspace, you know, your plans for the future, and you mentioned the podcast, and we were talking about it earlier on. You were once the most controversial person around, like
still am.
Before, no.
Especially now, at this point, I have nothing to lose.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same. You've changed. You've added a bit of water to it. Like you've watered down. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Fine. Understanding.
The thing is,
I still want to know that.
I don't know, maybe God got me.
You're going to bring God into that?
Yeah, I'm saying,
and you're going to mention God?
The spirit that I have, you know, when you believe you are made of steel, you are made of iron, you can do anything.
Wait.
Because that was before even McG podcast, when I started my podcast. So, as a creative, I always studied things outside of even the country. Away what others do, and I always want to try and see if I can do it better. Just like photography, I never went to school for it. I taught myself. Yeah. Same as emceeing. I taught everything that I know myself, how to move with the music, the beat, and listen. So it connects, or it happens automatically. So with the podcast, when it happened, that time I had a vision. But the podcast culture wasn't understood by the general public. Okay. So when you bring certain conversation, they think maybe you're trying to take their brands, you're trying to ruin their lives, you understand. And then now everyone is doing it. Yeah. You understand? And
no, but still, it's not really how you.
Yeah, I got threats, man. I got threats from the top. They called me.
It's not really how you did it. You know, I mean, I'm here podcasting, and dude, I'm just sitting here eating food. That's not what you did. You went for people's personal lives.
No, most of the time I was clearing the air. It's just like when there's rumors about me. When you call me for an interview, you say, "Harris, come, let's sit down and have this 1, 2, 3 conversation." Whatever rumors that you have, I have to tell you.
So man, let's be honest with one another. You don't think that you deserved some of the threats that you got? Honestly. Honestly, you don't believe that you deserved?
No, but if you get a call from a close friend or so-called friend or someone that you look up to and calls you and tells you, "Pela, you are not as big as you think you are."
Yeah.
That threat, you must know it's okay. Now you've touched, I don't know, stepped on the wrong toes or something. But to me, I wasn't looking at it like that. I wasn't looking at ruining anyone's brand.
Yeah.
It's just like with the episode we did with Natasha, like I told you earlier on. I asked certain questions, and to her, the conversation we had was pure and clear. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
We're clinging with how I know her, you understand? And the husband, the episode we haven't released, I'm still gonna release it. And which is Tunker, you understand? But first of all, at that time, me and Tunker were not seeing eye to eye. I told him on the podcast on that, but I really didn't like you. Then, understand?
Yeah.
And then we ironed our differences.
Okay.
We got cool. Continued. We book him now. We understand things. We work together now.
Okay.
So people didn't understand.
I think he's also in that line. Yeah, people that are
all of a sudden, yeah, he's like that.
Misunderstood or controversial. Is it all of a sudden?
Yeah, all of a sudden he wasn't like that. He became too vocal now
Yeah.
about a lot of things and too political, which is
Oh.
I hate to involve myself in such
Yeah.
publicly.
Yeah.
I can support whatever I support, but publicly I'd rather refrain from politics or
Yeah.
anything like that because I know how much of a dirty and dangerous game it is.
Okay.
So I'd rather protect myself from such.
Right. Now I know there's politics also in the game that you're
Very
in,
much.
or the game that you were in. What are some of those politics that you came across, moving in the space that you're moving in?
You know, I wasn't moving with arrogance. I'm glad.
Okay.
I was raised to remain humble most of the time. So
Alright.
really none of these things really didn't matter to me because I didn't really entertain any of the politics. What I was hungry about was the energy because, you know, as you grow up or in your late teenage stage or adulthood, the energy that I had 5 years ago, I don't have it now.
Okay.
And I said, I knew that time was going to come where the energy is not the same.
Anymore. Mhm.
So I wanted to do everything that I could do and move however I moved. So the politics didn't really matter to me that much. I knew we'd share a table with people we despise each other. But
Yeah.
we still feast together. I know this person, if she get given a chance, he or she given a chance to kill me, would. Understand? So
Okay.
I would even advise.
You
I
share a
don't-
table with people like that.
Yes. That's
Okay.
how dirty and dangerous the game is. The industry is rotten. You know, I even discovered with sometimes when I've been the department's cultural experience ambassador for almost 3-4 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah? But I'm aware, they think I don't know, but I'm aware on those meetings when they are held, names are suggested.
Yeah.
But you will find people that we call our friends that will be like, Harris has informed.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But there are those that will vouch for me, but no, man. Yeah, I get paid. So and so, so we need this guy. Understand? That person is my friend. We chill together on Sundays, we drink together,
Yeah.
we roll together, we drive together, you understand? So I was aware of those things, but to me, it didn't make me hold any grudges against anyone because what I wanted to do was to work. Even when I moved to Cayotes, the only thing that I asked for was to work. None of it really didn't matter at all.
What is it? What is it about this toxic space, this
Nelspruit is.
toxic industry that
Nelspruit is toxic.
keeps
The people
Yeah.
around, everyone.
Why can't you leave it alone?
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
When I left, that's exactly what I was trying to do, to get away from. Because
No, but isn't it you were leaving to go do it somewhere else? I think the pool that you were jumping into is worse than this one.
there is better because there it's a concrete jungle, you know very well. Now we are corner nyalo, na corner it's about the span. So people are pushing
I'm gonna
their.
get fever there.
At least I was ready to die for what I love.
Are you serious?
Then to die here in Nelspruit, go see Khazana King Harris.
Okay. That's hectic. That's hectic. Listen, there are a lot of people that, because of you, got into MCing. I've seen a few people, give cred where cred is due. And they joined and started doing this thing and actually started taking it as a job, as a career.
Some became my rivals. They thought they could do it better than me. I know, I've seen. We go to shows and some
Can you
think they
mention
can take
one
me.
person?
We are that. If he's gonna watch this interview, we are that.
Oh, come on.
Because there was a point in time that even till this day, if I get on stage, no one can kill me on the mic. There, I guarantee you. I can go head to head with all of one. I can even do a pass a mic. And see, and no one can kill me on that thing.
Okay.
No one. So that's why I don't even entertain.
No, but then ngesihle mina ngibutela laba lebakubukile bakubona as an inspiration and wanted to walk.
I'm glad, I've played that part and role. And
Yeah, but then
in
what-
influencing and
what
inspiring.
What advice could you give to the njengoba uqatha usho ukuthi this space is very toxic, it's dangerous, it's,
I really don't have much advice for these guys anymore. People are, you know, most of these people that I get a chance to speak with and try and advise them, they don't take the advice. Because why? Now there's fame involved.
Yeah.
So once you get especially for the guys, you know, the female ones are much better.
Yeah.
But the guys, they you know, when you start, it's just like if you were not a Casanova kind of a guy who's go or low self-esteem, what to cherry before, and then now you're an MC, so to cherry the fame will fuck you up in the head.
Yeah.
Whatever Harris says, it doesn't matter because you just say or anything. Because now you're getting all the women, you're starting making a little bit of some money. You understand? We are trending now. Everyone bow at you once you get them. So the advice, all I can say is don't take the fame to the head.
Okay, wait. I'm fun with the English that point that you just made. Now, speaking about the fame effing you up at some point, was there ever a time where now the fame fucked you up?
It almost did, but I've never considered myself.
Why not you have a lot of almost?
It's because I think I've had good people around. You know, working for a place like Cayotes, in fact.
Yeah.
Your job is you maintain your humbleness.
Okay.
What you want.
Yeah.
I know the cancel culture in Nelspruit. I wonder if I had a big head, who's much I'm famous, I'm this, I'm King Harris.
Yeah.
A lot would have been fucked up. But you know, I was still, you know, I wasn't a champagne guy. I didn't say Savannah, I live with everyone, I laugh with everyone. I think that's another thing that made most people love me. Till date with what I do, because so there was never really a point where I figured, oh, even a VIP, in fact, it's not my kind of. I want to be amongst the people. So the fame thing never really got to me or in my head or anything like that. Or also because even the man says scared, I was everyone's favorite.
Okay.
So the fame thing, I can feel.
How does your family feel about the space that you work
At first, they didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Until I started bringing in some little bit of money and a lot of money.
That's a universal language.
Exactly. So at first, my mom didn't
English
understand.
is a universal language. No.
Because I'll get calls from my mom, but yeah, when you talk about you know.
How did she find out about that?
Because I'm and then she started understanding, and also how I respected my word. It also made them respect it, because now they will even remember. They say, don't take money and then don't make it to kids. Because sometimes you chow money and then don't make it to the kid. So they took care of me and make sure I take care of. Because there's this saying I learned teacher first said, I want if you get a span, always pay a span. And as I say, pay respect you. I understand. So it was one of those things. They didn't understand it at first, but then now they love it.
You know what? I'm trying to think of you explaining to your mother when she says, when I was to and mina ngakhulisi njalo. And when I saw you, I'm understand this, and I'm like, but
she saw me on TV. Right. She saw me on TV, and the only thing I could say to her was, I want to
Wow, you said that?
No, actually, my daughter saw me first, and then I'm jail.
Yeah.
And I think they recorded the advert thing. And so, what all we bought, and then Mama Kilo and Mangfi car, hey, my teacher poster, my billboard. Oh, you're big, you understand? You know what makes every parent proud. So you choose not to focus on the negative stuff of it. So I'm in a bad way. I understand that it's where I'm making this chance, because there's a point in time where I had to take them to one of my shows in Gomas to come and watch what I do.
You took your mother?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Resort.
What was happening?
When was it? I think it was a yacht in Invades.
Okay.
That time. But she didn't stay long. It was during the day. So, it was not about that.
Yeah.
She saw, and to her, it really didn't. We're not more village. She doesn't like crowds and being in spaces like that. And this is her own way. It's not her type of scene, but she was super proud. Still is.
All right, I'm still on the point because, you know.
Yeah, let's get something.
Yeah,
then,
I think it's time we get something. Everything looks so good. It takes me back. I'm glad to see that hasn't changed about Cayotes Shisanyama. And yeah, but see, how are you feeling?
The only thing that changes is the plating, but
yeah,
still the same.
Yeah, so it looks good too. When it's home, so basically it's like food from home. Yeah. Okay, we're about to nibble at the meat and the food all together, and then what we're gonna do at the end of the episode is we're gonna, rate and say how it is, if it's good or it's not, if it's worth trying out. If you haven't, I'm not really sure how that is possible. What's better, but earlier on we spoke about the fact that you've grown. You've mentioned that you've grown. So I take it there's different things or different ways that you're moving now. One thing that I can say is I don't really see you as much. I said earlier on that you're here, but you're not here. Like, I see that you're updated about everything that is happening, but you're not particularly loud or in the forefront of everything that is happening. So how are we moving as a brand like King Harris?
Like I said, I didn't want to really come back to the space like that, you understand? But then I'm forced to, because now, since I'm back to the Cayotes team, with the team, of course, so the plan was to first rebrand. I'm not going to change the logo. Just to rebrand, do a couple of new photo shoots and all that, the direction I want to take, because there's a lot of things that I haven't done, which is I'm not going to say now. But people must stick.
Are we not doing exclusives and stuff?
Watch the space. No, you can't just crack everything out.
Okay.
But there's a lot of great things that are coming with the brand, with the MCing, with the gigs. Oh,
so
also
you're still gonna be MCing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But not like I used to.
Yeah.
Just gonna do concerts, shows, and once in a while the event, because also I'm bringing the Harris Effect this year.
Okay.
28 September. I'm also gonna do the Halloween again this year in October.
Now, these are things that you've done. I went through a post of yours, I think this morning, where you were kind of rehashing what you've done before, how it's went, and kind of where it is now. And now you were speaking about your gains and your losses as well. How do you maneuver yourself around that? To say, because most people, when they suffer a loss, they never really come back.
The Harris Effect is supposed to be something bigger for the province. I've always been doing it, Leon, like Cayotes. So last year I wanted to branch out and do it different, and I wanted to do it in my hometown where I'm from, with a couple of my friends in the industry, Boquest, I had Londi and Abdul. Abdul went to social media and wrote some stuff about it.
Yeah.
Which didn't turn out the way I expected.
Yeah.
And I was doing it from a zero budget, from my pocket. Which didn't turn out the way I expected, which really broke my heart now as well.
Looking back now, what would you say was the cause for that?
I really don't know.
When was it again?
In September.
Last year. So it was after you being away for something.
I can say I was sabotaged in that matter. And I know who did. And because I had a different venue in mind that I wanted to do. Last minute, I cancelled this. I had to get another venue.
Okay.
So I wanted to do it exactly Kaslam. So I want to JNMC no longer VCC. So I had to change the venue in my last minute where I went to. And which is the date that I had chosen to go for was the wrong one.
Okay.
Because the marketing and everything was done properly. And everything was in order, planned actually. Came the day of the event, the turnout didn't turn out the way I expected.
Yeah.
It took me time to recover from that.
Okay.
But I think you learn from such things.
Yeah.
But it's important to start. So I did my study. I know what to do, and hopefully this time we'll do it better.
What are we doing?
No, stay to the social media. You'll see the details.
Now, you're one person that takes very seriously your branding, your marketing, how
Postal Media House.
Yeah, that's where you got the background of everything that you do, because I've seen that brand Yako is really associated with,
I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah,
I'm a perfectionist when it comes to the artworks and everything that I do. I make sure it draws your attention even now, that you can see it is a professional brand that I built from the ground up.
Okay. Now, apart from the Harris Effect, what else are we doing? Because there's this thing, man. I'm not really sure. King's Club something?
King Cycle.
King's, what is that? What is that? Because I heard about the King's Circle. Next minute, I see naked women shaking their booties. And I'm
not
like,
really naked women.
come on.
So
lingerie is like...
Not really. It's not that exotic as you think. I'm telling you.
I saw a video with a woman's
was-
butt
no.
all the way out.
We just wanted to bring a different vibe in Nelspruit.
Okay, tell me about it. What is it really?
It's a nightclub.
Yeah.
It's a division of the Cayotes group brand.
Okay.
You understand? Because it's
Okay.
inside Cayotes upstairs at the lounge.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it? Strippers?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's just bottle service only. It's a nightclub because Cayotes is still operating as Cayotes with the dumpies and beers and stuff like that. So we
Yeah.
wanted to create a different scene. Like if you've been to Zanzu in Pretoria or you've been to Booth in Sentin, you will have those girls come on randomly playing when the DJ plays, just
Yeah.
dancing and stuff. So we make sure we invite those influencers from there to come and entertain us for once in a while. It's something you guys haven't seen before. So
I was going to say that earlier on you mentioned that there was a project that you started that you felt like maybe Mbombela was not ready for it. So where are you at now? Because I see also you're kind of futuristic type of when you move. You're kind of futuristic. You wanna
I'm a visionary.
do you understand? So do you feel now that people are ready for that kind of scene?
They
how's
need
the
to
response?
adapt. The response has been good, man.
Yeah, because ngonile lapha kubhaliwe ukuthi Hennessy ayisherwa abantu labayi-10.
Why would you do that? Why are you not supposed you 10?
I mean, people like to share.
Buy a couple of bottles, man. Let's go all out. Because you see, and my job there is to entertain, like to apply pressure to our customers, to our guests, you understand? So obvious, if you're gonna get there and buy your VSOP and then someone else comes and buy him away or Ace of Spades, I need to apply pressure too. So you feel the pressure in the entertainment and bottle service. That's mainly my job there, besides marketing of it. Because on the vision,
how's the response so far?
so far so good.
Yeah.
So far so good, and everyone is looking up to it. It's just that the previous weekend we were not open because we had just had to restructure a couple of things because now the sound they are clasher inside. So we're just doing a couple of touch-ups here and there, but we're gonna open this weekend.
Right.
So it's a nightclub only on Thursday. It's supposed to be on Thursday and Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But then now we do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay. What do you want people to know about you and your brand and how you're moving and the future actually?
The future is bright. All I can say, I don't have much. I don't
Listen.
I really don't have much. I just want to thank those who've always been with me from day one, supporting my brand, attending shows because of me, looking forward to my weekend because of me. I hope we can still push like that, you understand? But those who never gave up on me, I still really appreciate that big time. And they must look forward to a lot of great things coming along with the brand. Obviously, the podcasts, the events, the fun, and mentorship of the young and upcoming artists, artist management. Because I want to look in a different way of it now.
Listen, I know that you said that you don't like involving yourself in a politic. But how do you feel? Because I think most creative that I've spoken to so far, they have, an opinion that they have about the way that the entertainment industry is, in Mbombela. How do you feel about it?
These people like being spoon-fed, man. People don't want to work hard. They just expect everything to come on a silver platter. I understand.
Are you echoing the words of DJ Zindli? Yeah? You're one of the people that agree with her, that young people don't really put in the work.
Especially most of this creative now. It's just like me, for example. Because people ask me, why don't you make music? I've never seen myself as a musician.
Yeah.
Understand? But maybe if I did, because the more you release music, the more you make money. You understand?
Okay.
Because apparently, like Gregory said, things live on the internet now. So maybe in that way, we'll have more hits coming from me, but I didn't look at it that way. It's just like when we did Timon and Pumbaa with Motion T.
Yeah, there's so many things that you've done, eh?
And Timon and Pumbaa, Motion T and King Harris, the vision about it was great. There's no duo better than that I know anywhere around. I understand? They tried, but they've never, for a fact that when Motion T and King Harris gets on stage, it's a different level of entertainment. Even the set, the music selection and all that. And some DJs will be like, or even Sanela will ask me, like, why am I going to MC a machine? It's because that was the hype, the level we're creating, the brand. But unfortunately, so It really didn't work because we didn't plan, because there was a time where we were planning on releasing music, a young EP, so
Yeah.
but it's different because Motion is a full-time job, a 9 to 5.
Okay.
And now it's even worse because he's a family man, he has a child now. So I don't think the focus was there, or we're sharing the same sentiment or vision, so the way we were supposed to, or the way I visioned it to be.
Yeah.
You understand? So, but there's a lot that we're gonna start mentoring people to do on those lines.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I don't like to entertain most of this politics with my artists and it's important to do in the work. I'm gonna go to an you see the department is doing an event yesterday. But my artists are saying Nelspruit or Molefe. What have you done for them to recognize you this book? You understand?
Yeah.
What influence have you played? There was this question before, it's okay. I book people that bring most of my heroes effect that I was doing, I was never booking a national artist. It was mainly because of my local land. The late Aneras, all these my friends, the cycle that I have, it was mainly them. And then we'll have a solo shows. There was at a time when I think she made over 500K from that effect.
Yeah.
You understand? So you understand that for me, you understand when you book here is the value that I bring to your brand or to your event. It's obvious, besides having a following, I will kill that show. I will entertain you. So you get this one big mouths going on social media, ranting, I don't want to book us, wada. First of all, even if you book, you don't even have a proper photo shoot.
Okay.
Send us those shooting iPhone or whatever, which is a poster. You mean that it shows that you don't take your brand serious. I understand. You're not representable, you're not even wearing nice. You understand we have to and jail upon and expect
What do you mean wearing nice?
Your brand must be representable.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of artists who are first book. Now another thing they should put on my artist. Especially about the event.
Yeah.
I hate that. Because when you tell the event, you say, I'm not budget. And be like, I'm fine, I don't know, so that myself I figure out who if not try. Okay, maybe look where in the plan. Next thing after this one, I'm going to come patal and tell and also Zamagum Pesh, I was
yeah.
as part of the event. And those are the things that they don't notice, they don't see. And also, that always attack people, attack the department, attack those things.
I want to ask you something. Sorry, because you're somebody that built your brand from scratch. You are where you're at now, and you're at a point where you are able to put a value to your brand. I don't think there's anybody now that could call you for an event and say, I don't have budget. Do you understand? Like you, I'll say cookless, stageless. Building yourself up from scratch, were there times where, you were like, listen, just give me a shot. I'll do what I do. You don't have to pay me. Yeah?
Plenty times. Even with the MC when I started, because people didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Until they saw me do it.
And when did you get to a point where you're like, nah, fam, I'm not about that life anymore?
When I was international now.
Okay.
Now I'm doing Mozambique. I'm doing Swaziland. You understand? The brand is going. Because remember, besides that, I used to have market holders that I was selling the brand. I had merchandise. I had hoodies, t-shirts, beanies, all those things. That was
basically your brand was not situated in just one thing. Like, yeah.
I made sure I spread it out. Like, it's everywhere. It's all in your face. Like you're saying now, I'm not there, but I'm there.
Yeah.
In a way. Because I'm working around all these things. Because before, the reason why it's not like I wasn't consistent with the brand is because I don't have time to do these things.
Yeah.
But if I had a team that was running these things, that was doing these things, I think by now we probably would have had our own store, like our own shop or something like that. Collective or how they do. We had a laundry. Good English when needed. And at that time, the woman I was dating that time was doing most of these admins for me. So she was submitting and doing all these things for me.
Yeah. What causes you to start something and not?
I don't know, man. And the thing is, I always want to try something new. I don't want to be in the same space for more than 3 months and doing the same thing. Because I always want to try even when I used to have a proper 9 to 5,
Yeah.
I wouldn't stay that long because I always wanted to try something new.
Onto the next one.
Understand? Until this entertainment MCing thing
Yeah.
came. I don't know. That I think that was one position where I lasted longer in any of the things that I've done, coming up and everything that I've been doing.
All right. I can't really talk much because of the food in my mouth. It's going down good. I'm not complaining. I love it. Love everything about it. It gives you that gassy feel. And I think we're almost about to wrap up our conversation for today. I've had a good time. You haven't held back on anything, so I like that.
So to
And
kill, Baba.
yeah, Njengoba sesizoyivala, ne? What is the one thing that you want people to take away from your journey?
Yo, what would it be? Man, I think the most, especially with the young ones, upcoming ones,
Yeah.
don't hold back. You know,
Yeah.
Don't hold back in anything. Go for it. What's important is to start.
Yeah.
When you still have the energy to do everything, just do it. Don't ever let the naysayers and tell you, because there's a lot of people who told us we can't do this, we can't do that. I mean,
Yeah.
I always go for what I want, what I believed in, even in terms of events or coyotes here,
Yeah.
whatever works. I would tell them, but they would be like, this thing won't work. I'm like, no, let's do it, and then they see it work. So, I mean, all I can say is that go for it. Don't hold back, because there will be a time and age and space where you're gonna have regrets. But I wish I did this. I wish I did it. And it's always this cut must say, but what's important is to go for it. Everything that if the stars, the mother nature aligns with it, it will come to a pass.
All right. What is a biggest misconception like khona now?
Money. I've heard a lot.
The biggest
money.
one.
Okay, most of it when I get into a relationship is always stories. Okay, that I've been called every name in the book: a liar, a cheater,
And
a
you're not?
womanizer, woman abuser, which is it's nonsense.
Okay, the abuser part is a bit of a stretch. But then the cheating, womanizer part, you're not about that life?
Nah, man.
I
It's
think
not-
that's
it's
an
not-
as.
No. Obvious. Like most those that I've dated, they will tell you. That's why I'm like earlier on. I told you that when I do love, I love.
Yeah.
Understand? When I get there or whatever that happens, man. But I can't call it cheating per se,
Way.
unless. For now, I'm not in a relationship. I don't
Yeah.
want any. I'm
Okay.
afraid of women now at this current stage. I won't.
Okay.
So, but if it happens that I change woman, that doesn't make me a cheater because I'm
Yeah.
just singing. But I'm still testing the waters to see what works for me, or if ever I do happen to believe in love again.
All right. Now, like I mentioned earlier on, we could be sitting here for
Hours and hours.
for hours and hours, talking, catching up, dining, having good food and everything. But time does not allow. So yeah, we have to wrap our conversation up. I feel some type of way. I feel like you're gonna be biased about this, but because that's how it goes. You're gonna have to rate the plate. How do you
I can't
feel
be
about
biased. Okay, because besides that, I'm used to the food.
Mm-hmm.
I have it almost everything. There's no meter for coyotes. Even no longer there's that space. Like when I go to feel. So for me, it's still the best in town. Well, it's still one of the. You should try the traditional meals some other time. Or whenever you have time, let me know. I'll arrange for you. Try the
Okay.
traditional meals, because I'm sure the bride meat you used to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe we can determine on our traditional meal.
All right. So 1 to 10, what are we having?
A good 7.5.
All right. The place, the ambiance, the environment, the feel of everything, 1 to 10.
Okay, for this coyotes, I feel like we should have kept it the way it was. Okay, I love the environment and but I feel like it doesn't work for the place anymore. If for lounge is proper,
Yeah.
I understand, because it looks more like the same when you're inside. But everything that has been done, a lot has been invested in it. It's too proper, but it's also taking away business from from the place.
Yeah.
So, but I've done a good job here with the design and everything. So the design for me, let's say 8.
Okay. All right, we've got the numbers from our guest for today. Remember, we are at Cayotes Shisanyama, and I concur. The meat is still the way that it's supposed to be, 1 to 10 for the whole plate for me. Yeah, it's a clean 9, Shem. It's a clean 9. I do love the Kasi vibe, and udla ukhululekile, udla makuhlobile, you know, udla ukhululekile without any struggles. So yeah, a clean 9 maybe. I can give it that. And then with the environment, it's chilled. Mina, again, personally, I love the fact that as much, which maybe is something that the owner would not be happy about. But, you know, for somebody who's kind of like an introvert and likes the scene, you know, it's good. If you're somebody that likes to have lunch, you know, over a quiet space and whatnot, I think you can try it out. And stuff. There's not really much that is happening apart from the food and I guess drinks and good music. So yeah, I'll give the space a 7. You know, it's Cayotes Shisanyama. Exactly that. It's exactly that. But yeah, man, as we wrap up our conversation, I give you a word and you tell me how you relate to it or what it means to you.
Okay, is it kind of some sort of a game?
It's just that. I'm going to give you the word and then you're going to tell me no. You're going to let me know, okay? You ready?
Gosh, I'm not good with that, but let's try.
Resilience.
Yeah. Why did you have to start with that one?
I mean, because I feel like it speaks to you or to who you are.
Yo, can I pass? Do I allowed to pass?
Okay, yeah.
Let's try another one.
We're going to pass resilience. Relevance.
For men.
Really? Isn't that some kind of advert or something? No, you can't do that.
For men.
No, man.
Okay, that's the one thing that came up into my mind because when you ask about relevance, it takes me to Tsala's brain.
For men?
Exactly. But I think that's what it means. It's what I've always fought for.
Yeah.
To staying relevant in the game. For me and the brand. I've always fought hard that I always stay relevant.
Yeah. Okay, consistency?
It's very important to stay consistent in whatever that you do. Don't do what maybe I do sometimes. You see, you start something and you stop. Consistency is very important in everything that you do.
Yeah.
When you stay consistent, it's when you are able to build mountains and the whole city because you are consistent in what you are doing.
That is how we wrap up our episode of Dine and Dialogue with King Harris. You asked me how I knew the treasure name.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, King Harris, not treasure for the
No.
public. Is it not treasure for the public?
No, for me, when you call me treasure, it's like it's like you know me from childhood or probably we went to school together.
Yeah.
Because now they even figured out my second ID name, which is I won't say now. So people started calling me.
It's been figured out, so why not? How?
But I wanted to know how you know the treasure because by the way, Khazana is treasure in Hindi.
Okay. But I know it, so I guess I know you.
I was shocked when you called me treasure. And I'm like, Ganja. Didn't make sense.
No. Listen, I wish you the best going forward. I wish you all the growth that you're aiming for. I wish you prosper in your brand. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are waiting to see you come out bigger and stronger from, the period that kind of slowed you down. But I mean, judging by the conversation that we had, it seemed like you got it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think still hlangana mas hlangana. But for today, it is a wrap.